Hello, this is Steve from Leatherworks. Today's project is the size 15 Polo Chukka boots. This is a stitched down design. We're going to convert it into a Goodyear welt. Now, stitched down meaning is that basically you've got the uppers, it folds over the edge like that, the sole comes on and it gets stitched. The Goodyear welt, basically you've got the uppers tucked under with a piece of leather welt and then the sole gets sewn on. I've been looking forward for this for a long time, so let's get started. All right, so here we have our Chukka boot. All right, it's a Polo Chukka boot. Now, it's a very flimsy boot, right? The structure of it is not really a good structure as far as quality is concerned. It's a cool design. It's a nice Chukka boot, nice and green suede, but everything else is just worthless, unfortunately. Now, the trick was finding a size, a last that would fit his foot, 15D. Even with the last being very similar to what his foot size is, I had to make some adjustments here. So we added a small piece of, we raised it up just a little bit. And problem is, once you put a leather piece on here, it kind of changes the shape. So I had to build it up on the sides to give it that base that we needed. Now, you can't just put a piece of leather on the bottom of the last to change the size, because you have to have the whatchamacallit opening up like that. This is the only way you can remove it from the shoe once it gets done. So we did that on the bottom. So here we've got a little cross cut so we can pop the last out of the shoe once it gets done. All right, so this is the first step. Next step, we're going to do the footbed, wet it a little bit and nail it all the way around to give it that contour shape. It's not too much of a drastic shape here, like the curvature of the arch or anything like that. This is basically I'm not sure if you know the Converse shoe last. It's very similar in style. Okay, it's not much to the shape of the last at all. It's very basic. All right, let's continue. Got to be careful when you go around sharp knives. You're wondering, the knife's in my right hand and it's my right wrist. How the hell did that happen? As I was reaching for it, I hit it, I guess, somehow, and it turned around And it came down and went like this and went on the floor. So I cut my wrist. Oh, it's just a flesh wound. A little bit of crazy glue on it and it should be set. All right, so in the beginning, I was explaining to you guys that this is not a, high-end shoe by far. It doesn't matter if it's Polo or not. This is just a very flimsy manufactured shoe. The best part of the shoe is the uppers. And once we get done with it, it's going to be solid, because the only thing that we're keeping is the uppers. The lining, the reinforcements on the inside, all the bottom, everything is going to get changed. So this is going to be one solid shoe once it's finished. And we just have to remove everything from remove the uppers from the bottom. Now earlier I made a miscalculation on the sizing, so I had to readjust the last. I took everything off that I added on there. It was just not going to work with all those pieces on there, so I had to readjust everything. I don't know, sometimes it happens, You just got to focus a little bit. And shit happens, I'm glad I caught it early, because once you start the process of making or remaking the shoe, it's kind of hard to go back once you cut everything up and started assembly. So I got lucky. But it happens. It's okay. We caught it early. Yeah, so just like that. It's very simple to remove the crappy foam plastic sole that they put on. All right, let's continue. So once we get that footbed formed, as you can see, it's not that much of a really difference in the form, whether it's flat or kind of contoured a little bit. Every little bit helps, So this is the gemming that's going to go on there. The gemming is basically a piece of canvas, okay, where the uppers come in and the leather welt. It all gets stitched on. This is what holds the uppers and the welt, all the shoe together. Once we glue this on, we're going to run a stitch on it just to secure it, make sure, because the guy's a pretty big guy, so we're going to make sure that we try to structurally support it as much as we can so it'll have many years of use out of the shoe. We don't want to have any issues going wrong with the interior where you can't see what's going on and you got to disassemble everything to get to the core of the problem. So stitching the gemming on is a little bit overdoing it, but you know what? It's okay. If we can, might as well do it now. All right, let's continue. All right, so this is the back piece of the shoe, okay? Goes just like that. Now what we want to do the center here in suede. So what happens is that suede catches the heel a little better as you're walking, so the heel doesn't slip off, the shoe doesn't slip off your heel. So instead of basically doing 3 pieces here, what I'm going to do, I cut this piece a little bit longer. We're going to take the center piece out here. Cut it. We're just going to overlap, turn that around like that. And then we're going to skive the edges here. We're going to stitch that together. Then we'll have our center piece suede. Stitch it and then assemble it to the back of the shoe. All right, let's continue. This is a reinforcement piece that we put in there so that top doesn't get stretched out of shape. Now, I'm not a shoemaker, right? I'm just not a shoemaker by trade, but this is the best of my knowledge of the job and to see if I can accomplish it properly. But I'm sure you're gonna have people going, "Hey man, that's not how you do it. That's completely wrong. You ain't nobody. I'm out of here." I know, whatever. I think there's always somebody who can do it better. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not. I still got a lot to learn. But I know a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not hammer time yet. No, sir. That's coming up a little later. We'll have plenty of time for that. All right. All right, so as you guys can see, it has taken shape. I'll make it look like a shoe again. We're going to work on the front. We're going to work on the tail counter. I'm going to stretch it over the last, and then start putting the welt on. All right, we're getting there. So at this stage, we've got the toe counter. There's a reinforcing canvas piece right here. We've got everything lined up. Back center seam, the side seams here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to wet this, and we're going to pull it and try to get the wrinkles out of the toe area. This is simply a mixture of rubbing alcohol and water mixture together to soften the suede up a little bit. All right, so we're going to start tapping down the nails right around the toe, secure that into position so it doesn't move. I'm sure there's a lot of different ways of doing it. One of these days when I retire, I'm going to start taking classes on how to make shoes. My friends are awake today. You guys get the idea. I'm going to continue this around the sides, and then once it's dry, we can start putting the welt on. All right, so now that we've got the welt stitch all the way on, and it's time to remove the last out of the shoe. I'm going to do that by popping it up. That unlocks it. And let's see if we can just peel it away. Is there any other nails that I missed? No? Okay. There's got to be something that I'm missing here. Oh, you know what? Duh! Keep going. That's why it won't come out, because I still haven't laced up. Reza, why aren't you telling me on time? Damn, I was breaking a sweat. Oh, oh my goodness. Come on now. Don't be a... Oh my God. That's why I'm not a shoemaker. Damn, man. This is not happening. The other one just slid right off. Of course, as soon as I want to record, there's got to be something I'm missing. Is there another nail somewhere? No. Jesus Christ.
You want to put them back again?
No.
Do it slowly?
No. Okay, that's it. All right, let's continue. Damn. All right, so it's coming along fine. The welt is on there. We got the midsole in there. We got the shank in there. Now we're going to put a JR sole on there, right? But one problem. This pre-cut sole is not big enough. Don't forget, this is a size 15 foot. So we're going to take a JR bend. It's a small piece that I have left. Just to prove to you guys, hey man, that's not JR leather. It's JR leather. God, I can't believe you guys question me. It's silly things like that. So we'll just go ahead and trace it out, cut it, stamp the Beato's Leatherworks. Unfortunately, he's not going to have a JR logo on it. That's all right. In the video, it's proving that it's a JR leather. And we're making progress. All right, let's continue. Man, this is a lot of surface to cement. Damn. We are almost done. I'm happy that we're almost done. Ooh, look at that. We got some glue on the uppers. No worries, we can get it out. Clean it up in a minute. All right, let's continue. All right, let's have an encore for the hammer time. Aren't these cool? Dixie and Pete, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it very much. It was very nice Nice little gift. They gave me a couple of other ones too. It said Armenia, and then Hammer Time with my picture on it, and so forth. Thank you very much. All right, let's do Hammer Time. We are getting there. All right, we've got our inner soles in. Now I put a little bit of an arch support right here and a little bit of cup for the heel, ball of the heel. You got a little cushion there that makes it soft. Also, see that bump right there? That's called a metatarsal pad. It pushes up on that spot to relieve the stress of the ball of the foot. Now it's funny when you first put it on because you feel like you got a bump of the ball of your foot or your arch of your foot, but your foot adjusts to that very, very quickly. Nice. Looks good. All right, let's continue. All right, everyone. I'm getting a lot of questions in regards to where we are located. When, you guys, it's rather simple. If you Google Beato's Leatherworks, it should pop up right away. But anyway, you can go to my main channel right here, go under About, okay? It has all my information right here. And while you're there, go to Store, and you can have some merchandise. Well, you can't have it, you got to order it. Also in the community right here, we've got this video here, which is a really cool video that Ono Coffee did about a month back. Some of you guys might not know. It's basically part 3 of my family's history. You can go to see part 1 and 2 on his channel, Ono Coffee, ONO Coffee, on the YouTube. All right, so if you have any questions about me, where we're located, go to About right here. Beato's Leatherworks, 412 West Broad Street address, Facebook, IG, email, phone number. So all the information is right there. All right, let's continue. All right, welcome back. We're done with another project. Now, from what these were to what they are now, I mean, it's a total different shoe. It may look similar to what it was, but construction-wise, these are so solid now. This will last them for many, many years to come. It was a lightweight, not very good quality the way it was built. Now it's literally a 180-degree turn on the quality. It is just superb the way they turned out. I think the customer will be very happy. It was a fun project, and it required a little bit of like shoemaking skills, right? Which I don't have that much of. I'm learning as I'm going along. And but I think it turned out pretty good. I think overall, the quality that it is now, it's much, much better, obviously. And the way they still look very similar to what they are. Nice green suede Chakka boots. And visually, they didn't change that much. All right, well, thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, please email me at beatos@yahoo.com, and we'll see you guys on the next project. Take care.